All right, hello everyone. It says we're live. I'm gonna double check to make sure everything's working correctly, as I always do. Do, 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 do. Okay, we're good. All right, hello everyone. Welcome. If you're new here, my name is Skye. I'm a fantasy author who typically writes longer works under the name SD Hegyes, and I will start publishing short stories under the name Coda Hegyes starting later this month. So, hi, welcome. We're going to be doing a productivity stream today. We're going to be doing some writing sprints with some chit chat in between, and um, yeah, that's what we're going to work on today. I have to work on. Oops. Um, I need to work on. What do I need to work on today? I need to work on something. I actually almost didn't stream because I went to go load up the stream and I realized I hadn't even created streams for June. So that's what I should have done last month when I was um, doing the stream. Is I should have set up all my streams for June, but I didn't. So here we are. I created this stream 15 minutes ago. I'm not certain if there's anyone going to join me today, and that's fine. Um, but I'm going to be using today's stream to get some work done because I got things that I need to do. I got deadlines I need to meet, and so here we are. I am going to be working on. I think finalizing everything with SS3. I need to I need to finish wrapping up some final edits on Cry Wolf Sunflowers to send to betas, and then I need to work through the final edits of the second Sultry Solstices story, so that on Tuesday I can do the pre-order. I can schedule pre-orders for the first two books in the series, the first two short stories in the series, and then I can also schedule the pre-order for Changeling. I think that's what I'm going to work on tonight. Yes. So to start off with, I'm going to wrap up everything I need to do with Carnival Sunflower, and then I will work on the final edit for the second Sultry Solstice story. Sorry, one of my cats is on the floor rolling around being weird. Yes, you're being weird, Pixel. And I've got both dogs in here with me as well. So, all that being said, we are going to go ahead and I don't see anyone in the chat to say hi. But if you join us, let us know what you're working on tonight and what you're going to be doing. I also got to take a look at this compound board behind me and see if there's any sticky notes I can pull off and move to the done section. I don't know. Uh, yeah. Uh, so let's go ahead and get set up for our first sprint. If you're new to my channel and you haven't joined me for sprints before, what we like to do is we like to do 30-minute sprints using the timer that's on the screen. This is Nixie, the Pomodoro Kitty timer, and I also put writing prompts for anyone who wants to write but doesn't know what they want to write about. Hopefully, they'll give you some inspiration. And so here we go. Our first prompt for tonight says, "It's been 10 years, a decade. There's no way you still love me, not after all this time." So feel free to use that prompt if you want to, but you do not have to. 30 minutes on the clock, starting in three, two, one. Let's go. All right, that is time, everyone. Let us know how you did what you did in the comments. Sorry, that is a glare happening with my glasses tonight, and it's just bugging me. Okay, um, there was a little bit of debacle when I first started the sprint, um, because apparently YouTube decided to create two different live streams, even though I only created one, and it was showing me live on one, and it showed that I was waiting for me to start on the other. So that was fun to figure out. Thank you, JC, for helping me figure that out, because I was like, I'm so used to JC being here already that I'm like, I'm so confused. And it turned out I was confused for good reason. So, um, yeah, that's a thing that happened. Um, so yeah, I got that settled away. I did delete the other stream that said it was waiting for me to start. I don't know how that happened. YouTube being weird. That's all I can figure out. Because before I start any stream, I go to make sure I haven't already created streams. And when I went and looked, there was no stream. So I went ahead and created one. I created one. And then I immediately went into Restream and connected to that one. So I don't know where the second one came from. I do not know what is going on with that. I have since, during this sprint, created two more for the next 2 weeks. I did not create one for the last weekend in June. I keep trying to say July, and I know it's not July, because that's the week that is supposed to be the 7-day book challenge. And usually we do a 12-hour marathon for the 7-day book challenge on the last Saturday. So I don't know what time that's going to be, though. I will schedule that one when I know more. Which brings me to some exciting news. I may actually have to change my next two streams. I don't know yet. Nothing is clarified. I start my new job on Monday. I'm going to be in training for I don't know how long. And while I'm in training, I'm going to be working from like 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. But once I'm out of training, I don't know what shift they're planning on putting me on. I might stay on that shift or I might go to a different shift. They've got 3 shifts, the 7 to 3, the 3 to 11, and the 11 to 7. So I don't know what shift I'm going to be on once I finish training, but the cat has the zoomies. So if you hear things running back and forth, it's either the cat or the dog chasing after the cat. So that was the cat that just ran by. But all that being said, I might have to change, but depending on what shift I'm put on, I might have to change my streams moving forward, is what it comes down to. Which brings me to another announcement. It's something that I forgot until the other day when I was looking through my Notion and was like, okay, what do I need to do to get ready to get ahead? Because I like to be on time and ahead with videos and stuff. And I was like, oh, I had planned a hiatus for July. So this month will be the last month I do live streams. And then I'll have videos going up. I'll have vlogs this month too, hopefully. I haven't even been filming lately. Vlogging and me have not been getting along. I just haven't felt like it. But I was going somewhere with that. So videos, vlogs, and live streams will happen this month. And then next month, the only thing that you'll get from me in July is videos. And that's if I can get caught up in stuff. So hopefully that'll happen. The part of the reason I wanted to do the hiatus was to get caught up and ahead on videos, but also to give myself a break from YouTube. I plan on doing hiatuses 2 times a year, once in July and once in December. Now, part of the reason I decided to do the July one was because we were supposed to be moving in July, and it would have been easier just not worry about it. We are not moving this year. We are moving next year, but even so, I want to go ahead and continue taking the month off of July, at least from live streams, so that I can get caught up and ahead on everything I'm trying to do, because I am so far behind. I was trying to get to the point where I was staying at least a month ahead as far as like making videos go, unless it was like a time sensitive video. But I am at the point right now where I'm like, film a video, edit it, upload it, film a video, edit, upload it. And I don't like that. I don't like it at all. With some videos I understand, but with most of the videos that I do, the sit down chatty videos, there's no reason for that. So I want to bulk film a bunch of videos, get caught up, get ahead, so that all I have to worry about are the ones that are time sensitive, like the goals. And there's sometimes I do a random video where it's been requested and I answer a specific thing. So yeah, that's everything that's going on for the next couple of weeks, months, things. I haven't decided. Originally, when I was talking about doing the hiatus, I thought about doing both July and August, and I still might do that only so that I can focus more on getting things done outside of YouTube. Um, because I have deadlines I need to meet, and I am pushing the envelope with every single one. So I may also continue my hiatus into August of this year. I don't know yet. You'll still get like weekly videos, but like live streams and vlogs will discontinue. So just a heads up. And I'll put a post out when I know more. But yeah. All right, let's say hi to everyone in the chat if there's other people here. JC was here first because JC was actually in the other stream and was like, what's going on? What chat did I just comment in? I just commented on a chat that said you were going live, and I said I was here early, but not as early as I wanted to be. It gave eyeballs and everything. I am upsetteth. I am so sorry, JC, but it is thanks to you that I realized I had 2 streams up. So how dare YouTube? JC sent me screenshots. That was what helped me figure out that was going on. I was there in the other one. YouTube gaslighting me and others, that's all. Oh, man. I am so sorry, JC. Oh, it is not my fault. I promise. JC says gasp. Are you saying gasp because of the hiatus? Or are you saying gasp because of other things? I am curious. I'm curious. JC has a book coming out next Wednesday. Hold on, let me get my dates right. The 10th. What is the 10th? The 10th is Wednesday. Yes, next Wednesday. This is the same day as your stream. I don't know why. Okay. JC has a book coming out on the 10th. Which is also her birthday. That's exciting. Happy early birthday! Happy early release! Oh, the into August. Yes. Okay, cool. Hi. Can we not today? You do not need to go outside. You literally just came in 5 minutes ago. And you came in voluntarily. You can deal. Okay. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to be doing August as well right now. So when I was originally going to do the hiatus, it was originally going to be July and August because we were supposed to move like the tail end of July, beginning of August. So I was just going to originally take both July and August off. Now that we're no longer moving this year, I don't know if I'm going to take both July and August off. I might just take July. I will decide in July. Between starting a new job this month and still trying to meet deadlines, it might be easier for me to take July and August off still just to stay on top of things. But I don't know yet. I don't know. So more to come. July I'm definitely taking off though. I had already decided that one. July every year is going to be my month off, followed by December. And I was actually thinking I might, because of the way the years split up, I might take June off instead next year instead of July. But that will depend on when we're actually moving, because next year we will be moving. So we'll make plans around what days I'm going to take off based on when I'm moving for next year. And then I think after we move, every year moving forward, I think I want to take June and December. And the reason I want to take June and December is because those are the markers for the year, every 6 months kind of thing. Not easier for your adoring fans and friends. You are so lovely, JC. I love you so much. But that just means I can join other people on their live streams and not have to worry about hosting one myself. So, just saying. And I would like to get to the point where, like, my goal, especially with series, it's much easier to do with short stories than it is with novels. But my goal with series I almost said series. I don't know why. My my eventual goal with series is to get all of the books, at least the first draft of all books done before I start trying to set up like pre-orders or publishing schedules and things like that. So knowing knowing that I can take a hiatus every now and then to like get ahead on some projects would make things so much easier. So much easier. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm making future plans when we haven't even gotten that far yet. I don't even know what my schedule is going to be for work. So we're good. We're good. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. And I will definitely post some more stuff as far as like community tab stuff goes once I realize what's going on. Um, but the other thing that's happening this month that will happen this month next year as well is the 7-day book challenge. This year it's happening the final week of June. The final full week of June is the 22nd through the 28th. Um, and I had every intention of doing a poll during tonight's stream, but I think I'm going to post to the community tab instead because I can post pictures. And I'm going to do kind of like what I did with my children. Recently, I asked my children, I showed them 2 covers, and I was like, okay, based on the covers you see and vibes alone, which one do you think I should work on next? It was so much fun to do that and just show them 2 different covers and have them pick between the 2. And I have 4 options. Technically speaking, I have 8 options I can work on for the 7-day book challenge this year. They are all projects that I have covers for, even though those covers are not finalized. They're all projects that I have done some kind of work on, whether I like know the premise or have a full outline for them. So like I've got some actual work put into them already, and I think I need to do 3 polls to finalize since you're only allowed 4 options with each poll. I'll split it into 2, so I'll have pick from the first poll, pick from the second poll, 1 through 4, 1 through 4, and then the final poll, the third poll, will be picking the finalists of those 2 polls. I think that's what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna post it as a community post instead of a poll in the chat. I was originally gonna do a poll in the chat but uh, there's not as many people tonight as I usually have, and I think it's because it's summertime and it's late. People don't want to be joining us late, so that's what I'm gonna do. And I can put picture options, which I can't do during the sprint. It only does text polls during the streams. I can't work today. So during this next sprint, that's what I'm gonna work on. I'm gonna get a community post put together. I will post the community post link in the chat so that anyone who joins tonight can check it out. That's what I'm gonna do. All right. Nixie's been blinking for a bit. I think I've gone over everything that I wanted to talk about, at least a little bit. So we are going to go ahead and jump into another sprint, 30 minutes. If you want to write but don't know what you want to write about, here is a writing prompt you can use. It says, "This isn't some crazy rom-com. You hurt me a lot. And not just me. Your lies and omissions hurt our friends and family. How could you ever expect me to love you?" So that is our writing prompt for anyone who wants to use it. Again, you do not have to. And we are going to start this next sprint starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right, guys, time everyone. Let us know how you did, what you did in the comments. Okay, I managed to get up my poll, which I put a link in the chat, for asking what project I should work on based on covers and vibes alone, covers, titles, and vibes alone. Which project I should work on for the 7-day book challenge coming up later this month. I created the poll for the next one, which will be next weekend, next Saturday. And then that's pretty much all I did. That's all I did during the sprint. On the next sprint, I'm actually going to get some writing related work done because I really need to get some stuff done. Because I have things I need to do and stuff like that. So, yeah. All right. Let's check out the chat and see what everyone else has been up to. Let's see. Brett joined us. Hello. Good morning. It's evening for me, but it's morning for Brett. Everyone's saying hi. Brett asked if I was wearing contact lenses. I am not. I just took my glasses off. There was a glare on my screen today, and it was just starting to hurt my eyes. I technically only need to wear glasses when trying to read. So if you suddenly see me squinting at the screen, it's me trying to read something. The wonderful thing about having larger monitors, though, is that technically speaking, I don't need it. Even looking at my screen right now, I'm looking at the chat and I can read it without squinting too much because I have everything on dark mode. Anytime something is not on dark mode, though, you will see me squinting forever and a day, no matter what size. The font could be really huge and I'll still be like, what does that say? So, fun fact. And it was confirmed because I took an eye exam the other day for the driving test stuff that I had to do for my ID. And he was like, do you want to try it without your glasses? I was like, sure. And so he had me read a couple of lines and he was like, you only missed one letter. And I was like, was that letter an R instead of an A? He was like, yeah. And I was like, I figured I got that one wrong. So, yay. Fun stuff. Jocelyn, hello. Found a stream? Yes, you did. I tend to stream Saturday nights at 9:30 Mountain Time, which I think it's 11:30 Eastern. I can convert to all the other times, possibly speaking, but I really don't want to. I do have a link in the description if anyone's ever looking for more streams to join. There should be a link in the description for the spreadsheet that Kat put together along with a couple other people. There's several people maintaining it right now, and they have links to all of the writing related channels that they know of, as well as anyone who streams regularly. Links are on there as well. So keep that in mind. I always have that in the description of every, I think it's in part of my videos as well, but it's at least in every live stream. So fun stuff. You're welcome to join us anytime. Love it. Let's see who else. Everyone's saying hi. Eva's also here. Hello. Eva recently changed her name, so it says Another Writing Journey, which I did not realize until I popped into another stream with someone. So welcome, Eva. Hello, hello. Large monitors equal font size to 3,000. Yes, it does. I really like it when the font size is so big that I can look at it read it without looking too hard. So, all right. What did everyone else do during that sprint? What is everyone working on tonight, out of curiosity? I will be, on the next sprint, I will actually get to work, and I will be working on finalizing the final edits for Sultry Solstices 2, because on Tuesday evening, I would like to upload the first and second story for pre-order fully, and then I will also be uploading Changeling for pre-order as well. So I got to finalize all that stuff. One is ready to go. I just need to upload it. Changeling is ready to go. I just need to upload it. But now I need to finalize 2 and get it uploaded, so it'll be less for me to do. Excuse me. Excuse me again. I'm so sorry. We had calzones for dinner, and they were pepperoni, and the pepperoni is coming back to bite my ass because me and greasy foods such as pepperoni do not get along. So, let's see. Eva is going to be heading to bed shortly, but saw I was live, popped in to say hi to friends for a few. Hi, Eva. Thank you for joining us. But we also appreciate sleep, and I will not stop anyone who needs to go to bed. So if you need to go to bed, it will not hurt my feelings. I'm just saying. I'll just go cry in a corner. It's okay. But yes, anyways, seriously, on a serious note, if you need to get some sleep, go get some sleep. Let's see, Brett is coding a writing studio because I am fed up with having to pay for writing apps. Nice. I am a huge fan of Scrivener, and I always will be. I will never not advocate for Scrivener. One of the biggest things I hear about Scrivener that everyone's like, I don't like Scrivener because of this, is almost everyone. I'm going to knock on wood here, just so I don't jinx myself. But one of the biggest complaints I hear about Scrivener is the fact that every once in a while it gets a hiccup and people just lose their work randomly. I have never had that happen. And I'm just like, what are you guys talking about? You've lost your work. Like I don't understand. What are we talking about? Me who backs up everything every 6 months to a cloud system, and I'm like, do I need to back up more often? Like, do I need to back it up monthly? Like, ah. So, Brett said, I only just woke up and I already need another. I already need sleep. I feel that. Brett says, I love Scrivener, but it doesn't run native on my operating system and it gets a bit janky sometimes. Oh, that's right, because you use Linux. I don't know of any writing programs that run really well on Linux. I really don't. Now that I'm actually thinking about it, I do not know any programs that run really well in Linux. I'm not even certain that Word does these days. Because most writing programs are made for either Mac or Windows programs. I really don't know of any. Oh shoot. No, JC says word girly forever. Y'all can keep Scrivener, not my part of me wants to try that other one that's very similar to Scrivener that Kate Kavanaugh did a video on. Ellipses, I think it's called. Ellipsis? Something to that effect. The only reason I would try that is because part of me, I do work with a co-author, but our co-author relationship is very weird, in the fact that the way we work, we don't both actively write the story like a lot of co-authors do. My co-author comes up with all the ideas and outlines the stories, and I will be writing the stories. Eventually, we haven't. She's done a lot of her part. She knows that I'm going to be working on my part starting later, many years from now. But the only reason I might try Ellipses is for if I ever do get a co-author where we're both actively writing the story at the same time. I think then I might switch from Scrivener to something like that. But from what I saw of Kate's video and what I've seen from other people talking about Ellipses, it's literally just Scrivener but online. And I don't want to be online to write a story. I don't. I like the fact that Scrivener is on my computer. I have it on my desktop, I have it on my Mac, I have it on my iPad, and it's downloaded locally to all three of those. Yes, does that mean it get a little complicated if I want to write the same story on all three devices? Yes, it does, but essentially speaking, I could turn off access to the internet and still be able to write. Whereas with Ellipses, from my understanding, you can't. And I think that just irritates me. Oh. For some reason, I just can't stand the thought of being stuck online to do everything. So I will stick with Scrivener unless I absolutely have to. Like in the situation I said, if I get a co-author and we're both actively working on the story at the same time and writing it at the same time, then I might try Ellipses. Let me go back and see where I stopped with the comments. Brett said, I have to push it to work and it doesn't like it sometimes. I think you're talking about Scrivener with Linux. Makes sense. JC says, yep, you got the name right. Yeah, awesome. And then JC was also saying goodnight to Eva. She was still here. I think I missed a comment. Oh, for Eva had laughed at me and what I said. I thought I missed a comment, but I wasn't positive. Excuse me. Oh, it tasted like pepperoni. I really do not like pepperoni. Ugh. Anyways, I'm so sorry. Brett says Linux apps include Manuscript, LibreOffice. I've used LibreOffice, not a fan. Word Grinder, Ellipsis, Novel Writer. I've heard of Novel Writer, I've never used it, and more. There are loads, but none of them hit me in the feels like Scrivener used to. LibreOffice is nice, though. I think I feel the same way about LibreOffice as I did about OpenOffice. They're both fairly similar to Microsoft Word, that they work pretty much the same way, but their differences are just enough that they irritate me because I try to get it to do something that I know Word can do, and then it just doesn't work for me. It just makes me frustrated. I think that was my problem with LibreOffice. I've never heard of Manuscript. I've heard of Novel Writer, but I've never used it. Gasp. Did I just hear you say you don't like pepperoni? What? Skye, I thought I knew you. JC, you heard correctly. I do not like pepperoni. I am a sausage girly for life. Um, Part of the reason I don't like pepperoni, though, is me and greasy foods do not get along. And pepperoni, no matter how much you cook it, no matter how much you pat it dry, it is greasy as fuck. And me and greasy foods do not get along. Uh, so, yeah, pepperoni usually goes to my husband. I will pull it off and just toss it to him because he loves the shit. Not for me, though. It works, though, because I don't like pepperoni, and he's not a huge fan of sausage. So I give him my pepperoni, and he gives me his sausage, and we're both happy campers. Brett says pepperoni is so good, but it doesn't like me. Same. I may not be a fan of it, but even if I was a fan of it, it does not like me. JC says, I love that you read those with the dramatic nature that was required. I tried. I tried. Now stand here clutching my pearls, be like, oh, Skye, I thought I knew you. How dare! All right, let's do another sprint. I need to actually get some work done, baby. Okay, there is a poll up for anyone who wants to take part in that. It is going to be open until next Saturday. During the live stream next Saturday, I will close that poll and open up the next one. But it's just to help me decide. It's for funsies. You don't have to if you don't want to. It's to help me decide on what project I should work on for the 7-Day Book Challenge. There'll be 3 polls essentially. The third one being like the 2 winners of the first 2 polls pitted against each other. So, yeah. All right. That being said, let's go ahead and do another sprint. Let me make sure I'm not missing any comments. Brett said clutching pearls. Yes. Jason says, oh, you wanted to work? I was not aware. I was trying to be good. I'm from the South. We have to say clutching pearls even if we're not being it. All right, here we go. Third prompt says, hey, why is your cat staring at me like I personally offended them? There's going to be another cat prompt. I don't know why I had 2 cat prompts in a row, but 3 and 4 are both cat prompts for some reason. Fairly different vibes from both, but we'll get there. Let's go ahead and do a sprint starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right, that is time, everyone. Let us know how you did, what you did in the comments. I finished formatting this document to send to beta readers. This is I call it my werewolf smut story. It's a short story that is spicy and it's paranormal romance. Um, and yeah, I finished editing it earlier today, and now I'm formatting it for beta readers, and I'm doing one final read through with like spell and grammar checks before I send it off to beta readers. So that's what I'm working on now, and I'm on chapter 3 of 10 with my read through. So, how did everyone else do? Let's check out the chat. JC said, Brett, you have pearls in this economy? And Brett replied back, hey girl, even guys want a pearly, like a pearly necklace. True story. True story. Apparently, I have a notification I need to check out. Hold on. My head itches. I need a shower. Aw, JC made a post about me. And my website is live. I've had a very busy month. Like May was a really good month as far as like getting stuff done. I got the first drafts done of the final 3 stories for the Sultry Solstices series. I can't remember if I finished up. I want to say I finished up my edits for book 3 and sent it off in May. I can't remember now. I got a lot done in May. And then I even got like my driving stuff taken care of. I have a driving test on Tuesday. Got my ID, not my ID. I got my birth certificate. Sorry, my consular report of abroad. Consul report of abroad? I don't know what it's called. Anyways, I got that. I managed to get halfway through editing Cry Wolf Sunflower, which is the werewolf smut story. Like, I've gotten a lot done this month. I'm very proud of myself. By this month, I mean May. Like, I got a lot of work done. And I managed to hit most of the goals that I wanted to hit. The only goals I didn't hit were all like the YouTube related ones. And I ended up like setting those aside to make sure I get writing ones done, because to me, writing will always be priority over YouTube. And YouTube will always be a priority over marketing. Excuse me. Family takes priority over everything. So yeah, it's been interesting, and I've still managed to get everything done. The girls finished up school. Sorry, the glare was getting to me again. The girls finished up school. Like May 27th or 8th was their last day. They are actually, neither one are home right now. The youngest is actually pet sitting, not house sitting. I keep saying house sitting because she's staying at their house, but she is pet sitting for a friend. Baggy, you're not going back out. They're out of town for a full week, so she is taking care of their animals while they're out of town. And the oldest is staying at a friend's house in town because she's been working every morning at like 7 a.m. So it's been an interesting summer so far already. And I do not know how often I will see my own kids this summer, honestly. Which I'm not mad about, but it's just interesting because like the opposite was true when I was their age. Like I was always home during the summer, and people came over to my house and stayed the night and hung out at my place. And now it's like I'm sending my kids off elsewhere to do the same thing that I did that my friends did with me growing up. It's just an interesting take. But yeah, it's allowing me to get things done. Because otherwise I'd be doing a lot of back and forth driving, which is so far I've had to do. It's been a lot of back and forth driving between town and home because the kids have been doing other things. Um, but yeah, I don't know. It's been, ooh, excuse me. It's been interesting and productive. Oh goodness gracious! But I was going somewhere with that, and now I can't remember where I was going. Mm. All right, I don't see any new comments in the comments section, so we're gonna go ahead and start our. I think this is our fourth sprint, and yes, it's our fourth and final sprint. So here we go. Let me get us set up for that. Here's our prompt for anyone who wants to use it. Again, you do not have to. And it says, "Is your cat wearing a dress and boots? Puss in Boots, anyone?" Anyways, that's going to be our prompt for anyone who wants to use it. Again, you do not have to if you do not want to. And we are going to go ahead and start this final sprint for tonight in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right, that is time on our final sprint, everyone. I'm going to go ahead and close that up because we won't need it anymore. I was continuing to do my read through of this story. I'm on chapter 6 of 10, so I've gotten pretty far. But, ow, 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 itchy, itchy. But, where was I going with that? I didn't end up getting it finished yet. I will end up finishing it, but it's not going to be tonight. It'll be tomorrow. Because I am getting tired and I need to go to bed, and I don't think I'm going to get very much more done tonight. I was really hoping to get it finished tonight, and maybe if I had done it during those first 2 sprints, I could have finished it. In fact, I know I could have finished it. But it is what it is. I got a lot of work done. I got the polls up that I wanted to get up. One is scheduled. One is actually live right now. The third one will be go live as soon as I get the results for the second one. I got a lot of work done on this story. I will finish it up tomorrow. Huh. Okay. I don't know what happened there, but for all of a sudden my screen froze on my side. I think the internet went out. That's my guess. Is that the internet went out. Anyways, I guess it's the internet trying to tell me that I need to get off. Oh man! All right, let me go ahead and go through these comments real quick while I'm still able to, and then we will wrap up and get out of here. So, right as I was starting that last sprint, let me change this back to live chat. JC said, comment, LOL. No, not Fino. The funny thing is that after I check the screen, as soon as I say I'm going to be starting another sprint, I go away from the comments and I click on a different tab so that I can get everything set up for the sprint. So I never even saw those comments until after I started the sprint. And she said, I shall not be silenced. Jocelyn said, thanks for the stream. JC said, well, that was abrupt. Justin said, oh, yeah, I think I disappeared for a minute. Laura popped in. Hello, hello. I'm painting a rainbow. Laura has been on vacation this week, like a true vacation. She has been visiting your sister, right? And she's been painting her nieces and nephews, nieces. little kids' rooms. So I'm loving the idea of painting a rainbow. Jocelyn asked what medium, and JC was like, "Oh, there you are. Okay." So, all right. I have made it to the end of the comments that I can see, and I'm also scared now because the internet is apparently trying to kick me off. So I think that's where we're going to wrap it up for tonight. I got a lot of work done, not as much as I wanted to, but I still got some work done. And yeah, all right. Thank you all for joining tonight. I do have a poll live for anyone who wants to participate in that. It's just helping me get everything set up and ready for the 7-day book challenge, which happens at the end of this month. It's going to be from the 22nd to the 28th. Laura is in fact painting little kids' rooms. Galaxy ceiling is almost done. I'm super excited. I want pictures, Laura. I hope I do not know what's going on. My internet's working fine, supposedly. I don't know what's going on. All right, I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you all for joining me. For those who don't know, my name is Skye. I'm a fantasy author who typically writes fantasy, paranormal romance. Jeez, crikey. I'm a fantasy author who typically writes paranormal romance under the name SD Hegyes. I will be starting to publish short stories under the name Coda Hegyes this month, later this month. Check Instagram, Skye. Yes, I've got to actually reply to a couple things on Instagram. I got a couple messages today that I need to reply to. And Laura sent me some videos of the rooms. All right, I'm going to get out of here so I can watch those videos and before this kicks me off again. Thank you all for joining me. I will see you all next time for another stream. Have a good night. Bye, everyone.